I got you, boo. I'm about to break it down. Yes, Sundays are about rituals for self. However, you are everything. So every day is a ritual to self. But Sunday specifically focuses on the physical self, the physical vessel. Think about it like the solar plexus being the exit point before you enter the heart, which the heart is the medium plane, and then you come back through the throat, where the throat is another exit point for the spirit. The solar plexus would be an exit point for the physical vessel because it correlates to your lower self. Alright, y'all, so here goes some of my notes from a download that I received earlier this rising. Today is January the 11th, 2026. You add that together, you get 1. You add the whole day together, you get 4. 4 represents a shift or a leap into a new timeline or reality. Think about a leap year. If you want more information, you can go check out my 4-year theory. Just type in 4-year theory, Neo's Gems on TikTok. But today also correlates to your solar plexus chakra, or your solar plexus energy center, which correlates back to rest and digest because it is a direct connection to your digestive system. Well, also in some religions, they tell you that Sunday is the Sabbath or the day of rest. In order for your digestive system to work properly, you have to be in a parasympathetic state, or you have to be in a state where you are at rest. However, in the sympathetic state, you are active, so you are in fight or flight, which also means that your digestive system is slowed down. So your enteric system is basically called your second brain, which again, I mentioned that the solar plexus is directly correlated to your gut. That gut, which many people think is their intuition, that gut feeling, that is your animalistic nature pretty much telling you like, hey, some action needs to happen here, whether it's rest and digest or whether it's fight or flight. Now, the solar plexus also correlates to the planet, the sun. Literally, it's in the name, Sunday. Now, the sun correlates to electric energy, which is received through your pineal gland and, kind of shared through the brain, which is the hypothalamus and the pituitary. If you look at the Eye of Horus or the Eye of Haru, it tells you the same thing. It literally diagrams that how important that is. And Jesus is also a play on Haru, if you didn't know. But anyway, the sun produces photon energy. When you receive that photon energy, your body takes that photon energy, it converts that photon energy into, which is light energy, into chemical energy so your body can be able to go through its natural processes. This is what they don't want you to know about yourself, because if you knew this about yourself, you would be wiser with your electromagnetic energy. Now, notice I said magnetic as well because you're not just electric. You're not just this meat suit. You're not just this vessel. You are magnetic. You have a spirit, which means that you are a electric being. You have a vessel. You have a body, but you're also, confirmation, you're also a magnetic being, which means you have a spirit, which means you exist in the spirit realm as well. This is also why if you follow Christianity, they tell you the Trinity. They emphasize the Trinity. What is the Trinity? The Trinity is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Okay, you have the Father, which is God, which is the mind. You have the Son, which is the physical vessel, whatever. And then you have the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, which is represents the divine feminine and also is representative of literally your spirit. So you have the Father, the mind, the body, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Spirit. But anyway, going on an even deeper level, your ability to collect this light energy depends on your melanin, which a lot of people don't, again, want you to know. They think that melanin is just the pigment in your skin, and it's not. It's actually way more deeper than that. Melanin quite literally is responsible for a lot of your neurological processes, which is why you refer to this as neuromelanin, which is located, they say, in the brain. But you have brains all over your body. What we think is melanin is actually the keratinocytes. So those are basically the pigment that's being brought, to the forefront in your skin. But melanocytes are also able to conduct energy, conduct electricity. And also keep in mind that your skin is your body's largest organ. Therefore, what do you think is going on with the rest of the organs that are smaller? So if the skin is showing you this about melanin, what can you say about the rest of the smaller organs? Which also leads me to another point. There is a reason that certain people who have more melanocytes, who have more melanin, who have more neuromelanin, are wanted and desired by certain people, certain companies, certain energies and entities. Because they make you think that it's about skin color, but I'm not going to say it's not, because it is, because skin color can tell you a lot about what's going on internally. Remember that your internal environment is a reflection of your external environment. Your spirit is a reflection of your physical reality. Your physical reality is a reflection of your spirit and your spiritual world. I say all of that to say that the more you understand about your being, about your vessel, the more you can understand about your spirit. The more you understand about your spirit, the more you can understand about your vessel. That's why even though you are on a spiritual journey, you still have to maintain your human or your physical reality. And remember, Hue, Hue, literally just means like different forms, different ways of seeing light. I say, baby.